So this only took me about 45 minutes when I had got to it I had last night. I actually went through a version of this 71 years ago. And even though the recollection is all fuzzy in my head, even then I think it didn't make a lot of sense to me. I was raised in a Catholic family, went to Catholic school 2 days grade. I was really very much in awe of the experience. I lived across the street from the church. Once I was able to be an altar boy, I was over there a lot at the 6 a.m. Mass. Because I just thought it was the coolest thing to put on the Catholic and help serve communion and all that stuff. And so I was always fearful of God. And it wasn't until I went to college at Washington State and I got involved with a small Bible study that I started to see that it's not just a God of wrath, it's a God of love. And that's the first time I realized I could go directly to God and not have to go through an intercessory. And there was even I remember a small revival going on at the time. Although it was at the Catholic Church, so there was no baptism along with it. So, but I did definitely start to question the legitimacy or the point of my baptism when I was a baby. I stuck with that for a couple reasons. Because it says in the Bible that and their whole family was baptized. And I felt I needed to honor my mother in the fourth commandment. And so those two things are like crutches to me. But that's about the time I started, probably like a lot of people when I get baptized and have a come to Jesus moment where you know that you haven't been baptized. And you start, maybe like, I don't know who else is in this boat, but you start saying the sinner's prayer every time you encounter it. And I've done that hundreds of times. So, but I've never been obedient. I've never taken the step of demonstrating my obedience. And so over the years, that's kind of been my story. I know that Christ was walking with me, but I think I told Mom to walk like this a lot of the time. I know he's right there, but I'm walking like this. And then I met and married Heidi, and I definitely had an opinion about infant baptism. So did Mom. But I stuck with that crutch that my mom felt that was sufficient. But what got me here, and we were just talking in the Wednesday evening catechism study about the providence of God, about His governance of our lives, and we started thinking about what was it. When a few months, 3-4 months ago, we were in Sequim, minding our own business, and then God's providence brought our son and his wife and family from Eugene up to Port Orchard. And we were debating whether or not we should just make the drive to help out with the babysitting or we should move. And one we were at Peninsula Bible Church, and there was part of the passage that day was something in Luke where he talked about the great gifts that parents can give to their children, and we looked at each other and said, "We're going to Port Orchard." So that was Providence, and then Providence again, where we had a list of 5 churches And this happened to be the first one you attended, and you crossed all the other ones off the list as you go. And then, God's providence again, we were at a Wednesday evening, and we went down a rabbit trail and we talked about baptism. And it was at that time where you talked about those scripture verses about they baptized the whole family. And it was they heard, they believed, and then they were baptized. That doesn't describe any baby I know. And so that's the first time I had heard it put that way. And so there goes one of my crutches. So that crutch was gone. And then a couple days later, I was talking to Pastor Monty, and I was telling him about, I had just, a couple of years ago, I told my mom I was thinking about getting baptized, and she goes, no, don't do that. And she was pretty upset with me. And so, all right, I want to honor my mother. But Pastor Monty asked me who my covenant was with. Turns out it's not with my mother. It's with God. There goes my other crutch. And when both your crutches are gone, what happens? You fall on your face. And there I was, falling on my face at the feet of Jesus. Telling him I was sitting. I believe that he was crucified and died for my sins. And that I received him as my Lord and Savior. And so I will be obedient to him now.
Yeah, I should sit down.